Okay, welcome back, everyone. Dylan Kimlin here, live at the Toowoomba Carnival Bash. Just had to restart everything and get it all back running smoothly again. So we're up to a game 3 now between our match between Holt and Keat for our 65 plus 3.49 and under men's singles gold. And we've started off with a nice net roll to get us underway. So close the camera, we will have Kenneth Holt and his opposition to Michael Keat on the other side. Similar to the games before, viewers. So we're playing to 11, but as this is a game 3, the gentleman will rotate at 6, utilising the Franklin X40s. Nice. It's a terrific shot. Oh, effort there from Keat, but he just got a little bit short. And Holt's been playing some good shots thus far. It looks like our bronze medal is finished on the court behind us. Not entirely sure on the results over there from the gentleman. Oh, nice. Slice forehand down the right side, and we can see that Holt is rocking one of the old school pickable Queensland uniforms. I want to say that was last year's QPC Queensland champs. Maybe the Queensland champs the year before it. One. Geez, we're not having any luck with these cameras, are we, viewers? I do apologise. There we go. We can zoom out. At least we can see the whole court now. You can see some cloud cover in the background as well. And there's that wind blowing that one away. Two one. Nice. Clip in the net. Solid smash. And we saw Key with a couple of service errors in the last couple of games. I was speaking to a few players earlier. Some of the ladies had their medal matches on earlier today, and they were saying that they had a lot of service errors as well. The wind sort of running havoc. But I do find, being a Friday, this is often a warm-up day for a lot of our players, especially ones that might intend to, play in the gendered or mixed doubles divisions. So as such, getting wobbles and yips out of the way now. Is a common thing. 3-1. That's a terrific shot. Kicking it into the corner. Keat continues to build this lead. Ball's called long. Now remember, viewers, if you're ever playing with an official, you can challenge the call if you disagree with it. A lot of our players, if this is their first time playing with a referee, they might not be aware of it. Forehand kick is there, the recovery from Holt, and a changing of hands. That is a terrific rally. Kenneth Holt, like a lightning bolt, managed to sprint down into the kitchen and recover. He's got to get some points on the board, though. This scoreline pressure is starting to build. There we go. That's the start he's looking for. He's had so much success with that drive today. Another terrific punch down the sideline. Sees Michael with the ball once more. That was a nice serve. Deep into the corner. And this is when I would suggest to Michael to have a timeout. So he's just lost 4 points in a row. Momentum heavily in favour of Holt. Nice pickup. Both gentlemen up at the net, and that is a beautiful shot. And a 6-point rotation here. The fellas will go to the opposing sides of the court. And 1 point game for this game 3. Now, as always, viewers, a big thank you to all of our sponsors for getting behind the broadcast. Pickleball Mania and Salming. Bunya Care, Salty Dinks, and of course, Get Stumped Apparel here at Toowoomba. (6-5). Let us continue. And that is a terrific slice backhand. Holt in control now. Looked a little bit shaky at the start, but he's bounced back very well. And Keat really needs to respond here. Hustle again. Holt inching ever closer towards this gold medal. Pop-up is there. Hustle also. And Holt, nice. Transition into the kitchen. However, it did bounce up, so he, with a nice clean shot, finds himself in a gold medal point. 10-5. And that'll do it. We will see Kenneth Holt taking the gold medal here for the 65 plus 3.49 and under division. Well played to both fellas. Michael Keat will secure the silver. Big thank you to our official Marie for calling this one. And viewers, a couple of apologies there for those little mishaps we had during that one, but we're all good now. We can continue the broadcast. We'll find out who our next set of games are. Ready to go live here at the Toowoomba Carnival Bash and get underway once more with the streams. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, to the Toowoomba Carnival Bash. Dylan Kimlin here, live in the booth with you today. As we continue our action, we have another gold medal up for you. And this time we're looking at the skinny singles division for the 35 plus 3.5 division with the gentlemen, which will see Ben Blackburn taking on Brad Schloss. This will be 3 games. The gentleman playing to 15 each time. Should we get to a third, we will rotate at 8, utilising rally scoring for this one. You can see 2 officials on the sidelines. So head ref Adrian Gray standing next to Emma Perrin-Jones, who been very busy this year, Emma, getting amongst the Australian pickleball scene and helping out a bunch of our players. We thank our officials for their continued service. Without them, these tournaments simply would not run. Closest to camera, we will have Ben Blackburn and his opposition of Schloss on the other side. Now, viewers, pretty sure I've just had a fly into my mouth. Yep, give us a second. Okay, we're okay. Occupational hazards here in the commentary booth, viewers. Sheesh. Anyway, I'm going to explain skinny singles, and I'm going to explain rally scoring. So, skinny singles, you'll notice in the kitchen we have a taped line that is specifically for skinnies. So effectively what it is you're only going to play on one half of the court. So the fellas will start the match in a traditional sense, serving on the right side of screen to the left in a diagonal motion. They can only play in that diagonal motion for that particular rally. So if Blackburn wins the point, you can see here both gentlemen are on diagonal, which is a great example. If Blackburn was to win the point, he would shuffle to the left and both gentlemen would hit on the left side of the court in a straight line. So skinnies is a really fun format. There are some players that are avidly against it. They typically only play big singles, sorry. But I think if you're someone who plays doubles all the time, but you'd like to dabble in singles, skinnies is probably a great start. So 2 timeouts, 1 medical. And the rally scoring format is pretty simple in that you do not have to win. You do not have to be serving, to win the point on the rally. So the opposition can be serving, but if you win the rally, you win the point. Now there is a freeze at 14. So what that means is you have to win the game on your service. So if I've just confused you all, I apologise. But we'll learn as we go along. Now for Perrin-Jones, our official, she's been reffing for a little while now, but I think this is her first skinny singles match, hence why official Gray is going to stand there and shadow her. But if you are someone at home that would like to give refereeing a go, 100% get involved. Pickleball Australia website has a bunch of info relevant to our officials courses, and they're currently fixing up the net as we speak. And if you are someone who's a little bit intimidated, maybe jumping on the court by yourself is a scary thought, you can always get your head ref, like Adrian Gray is here, very experienced official, to jump in and support you and go over the ropes. Alrighty, it looks like the fellas are ready to go. Let's get started with our skinny singles gold medal here for the 35 plus division. And we will start serving right to left. And it looks like Schloss will be bringing it in. So our left to our right. 0-0, only playing diagonal. That's kicked into the net, so rally scoring format. Even though Blackburn wasn't serving, he will win the point. And now both gentlemen will play on the left side of the court. Because Schloss didn't win a point, he stays where he is. There we go. Blackburn wins the point, moves to 2, which is an even number, and even numbers, including 0, are always starting on the right side of the court. So he moves back to diagonal. Out ball, 3-0. Odd number, left side of the court, playing on the left side. Oh, unfortunate. See, Schloss is getting to the net. He's got the optimum positioning. And in skinnies, it's essential to try and get to the net. As you only have half the court to defend, it's a lot easier to defend. Blackburn immediately on attack. There we go. Schloss getting a point. Now he moves to a 1-point scoreline as we are playing rally scoring, so he doesn't have to be serving. Now, as he's 1-4, both gentlemen will be on the right side of the court because Blackburn's on 4, which is an even number. So he's on the right. Schloss is on an odd number, so he will be on his left. Kicked on the wide side, 5-1, both gentlemen on an odd number, so we are going to play diagonally, left to right. Skinny singles is a great way to learn the odds and even numbers of the scoreline. If you are someone that's, might struggle with scoring, you very quickly figure it out when you play skinnies. 2-5, even serving to odd. And if there is an even and odd scoreline, they will always hit to each other. Whereas a double even or a double odd scoreline, the gentlemen will hit diagonally to each other. 6-2, even, diagonal. Another side out. So there we go. You can see Emma nodding to herself. She's figuring it out. 8-4, and we mustn't be rotating on this particular match until we get to game 3. Five eight. Oof, forehand drive into the net. So 9-5, odd, diagonal. That was an awkward one there for Schloss. Even to odd, so we hit to each other. Oh, pick up. Schloss getting away with it though. Now, when playing diagonally, it does open up the opportunity to hit behind the player, which is a difficult shot to do. But as we are currently looking at Blackburn, who's right in front of us, he can effectively curl it past his opposition on the diagonal. Because we are playing skinnies, it does open up the back of the court. if you're good enough to do it. This is probably the only format that you really get to see that kind of shot playing out that has gone out. 2-point difference. And we have a timeout. Here we go. First timeout of the day. Good to see. Fellas opt to have a breather. As always, viewers, if you haven't yet, please follow us here on social media. Keep up to date with all things in the Australian pickleball scene and all the broadcasts. As well as follow all of our sponsors. With Pickleball Mania and Salming, Bunya Care and Salty Dinks, as well as Get Stumped Apparel here in Toowoomba. The Salty Dinks guys, it looks like, have just set up their store here. They've got some top-notch apparel, very comfortable clothing. As well as I think I saw Steve from Pickleball Mania walk in earlier. So they have pickleball equipment and shoes. I have a pair of Salming shoes myself. They are very comfortable. If you are coming in this weekend, I highly recommend giving them a look-see. Father's Day coming up. Might be a goer. Let us continue. Remember, we are playing to 15. Good user for timeout. Blackburn immediately responding. And we do have some gloomy clouds brewing around us, viewers. Hopefully they stay away. Sun well and truly shining though. 3 o'clock here in the afternoon. Sun slowly starting to set. You can see the shadows coming across our court. 9:13. Oof. Forehand into the net. 10. Oh, wind kicked in at the wrong time. Now Blackburn getting the point then is crucial because now he moves to a game point and the freeze isn't a concern because he won the last point on an opposition's mishap. Ball goes long and the game will go to Ben Blackburn. So the gentleman will hop off, have a breather, and then we can continue the fun here with the skinny singles. Hopefully I've tried to be a little bit informative for you all. I know skinnies and rally scoring can be confusing. But once you get the hang of it, viewers, it does make it, the game of pickleball and scoring especially, very comfortable. Everything else makes a lot of sense. As our officials here in the middle of the court just having a brief chat about scoring and their wonderful scoreboards. They use a flippy board, which, geez, if you want confusing, there's a good example, the official scoreboard. But once again, if you figure out how to use it, scoring is very easy. I did my referees course a long time ago and still use that knowledge to this day with all the commentary I provide you at home. The Toowoomba pickleball scene continues to build. Lots of players coming down and supporting their friends and family. We'll no doubt be playing Saturday, Sunday when we have our doubles events kicking off. We have a 4:30 time slot starting soon, 3 o'clock here in Toowoomba. I was speaking to tournament director Matt Hansen earlier, who was very happy to see that the event is flying along. We've had no mishaps whatsoever. If anything, we've got a bunch of empty courts as our players finish their divisions very early. As such, they can come and cheer on our current games, which is great to see. The fellas having a nice, decent breather. And our officials having a good old chat. Not past Emma, official Emma, to love a yarn. Here we go. Let us continue once more. So if you are just tuning in, Blackburn did take game 1. We'll see if he can take the second or if Schloss will force a third. Playing to 15, rally scoring. Let's get underway. And the drive attempt unsuccessful, as even though that landed in the court, it was off because of the skinny singles format. Nice. And you can use depth really well in skinnies. As Blackburn there saw that his opposition were too far back, so he just dropped it in. Smart play. Speed up for Schloss is good. Takes a 2-1 lead. Three one. This is a terrific start here for Bud. He did lose the first. He's been in cruise control since. I'd like to see a timeout here from Blackburn. Just reset. In rally scoring, it's so easy to very quickly lose a lead. Yeah, nice. Shoe hunting. Smacking the shoelaces there for Schloss. Yeah, that'll go against Blackburn. He served during the official calling the score. So the point will go the way of Schloss. Continue to build his scoreline here at a 7-3. Good pick. Oh, just outside. That's the behind the back I was telling you about. That was outrageous. That was like an ATP going for the inside of the court. My goodness, had he got that, that would have been one of the shots of the year. Here we go. Good footwork from the gentleman. Shoulder check is good. Nice speed up there for Schloss. 9-5. Odd. Serving diagonally. Playing to 15. There we go. Timeout there from Blackburn. There's a 10-5 scoreline. Viewers, we might go to a quick commercial break while our gentlemen have a breather. When we return, we'll see how this game 2 pans out. Welcome back, everyone. Let us continue. 6-10 scoreline. Here we go. Good timeout from Blackburn. Stop the bleeding. He did take game 1. Out. Now, viewers, we've got the Festival of Flowers starting next week. I was having a chat to the hotel staff this morning where I'm staying at, and they were saying that pretty much all accommodations booked out in Toowoomba. So the tournament staff opted to move the tournament to this weekend, just before the Festival of Flowers, and as a result, everyone could have their accommodation sorted. Good battle. Rally. Terrific hands. Blackburn winning that exchange. He has a terrific forehand kick. Gets a lot of top spin on it. Oh, drop is perfect. Here we go. 2 points difference. And now's when I would like to see a timeout from Ben's opposition in Brad. Opts to play on. How quickly momentum changes in this sport. Nice. 13. And there's the behind the back I was talking to. Blackburn kicking it past Schloss. Nice shot. That's a good shot. Tied game. Here we go. Schloss has had the lead for pretty much the entire game thus far. Needs to find a way to dig deep here. Can't allow Blackburn to get this next point. Oh, called out. Sheesh, that was a Hail Mary. And just like that, Ben Blackburn has the freeze on his side again. And he has an opportunity here for a gold medal point. And it's gone out. Blackburn with a big comeback in game 2 has taken the gold. For Brad Schloss, he will secure the silver. Big thank you to our official Emma for calling this one. And as always, viewers, a big thank you to you for tuning in live here at the Toowoomba Carnival Bash. Keep the broadcast going. I'll go and find out from our tournament director when our next division will be on. Because it does look like we're all done. Reiki's sitting next to me. Is that it for the time being? Oh, perfect. Okay, there we go, viewers. So we do have someone else coming back on. Look, I'll leave the broadcast up for you all. I'll quickly mute, find out who it is, and get our scoreboards ready so we can get on the way with our next match. G'day everyone, welcome back to the Toowoomba Carnival Bash. Dylan Kimlin here. I was talking to some of our sponsors. Mr. Gray did give me a warning, so fair call, Adrian. But I'll get our scoreboard ready for you all. We have our next gold medal for our skinnies division, which is just the men's 3.5 division. So no age. I imagine this is just probably the closest to the open division we have for our skinnies this weekend, which will see Brian Krasansky taking on Michael Lucas. This will be a great game. These two are very accomplished players. There we go. Scoreline of 2-2, viewers. And we have Lucas on the side of the court closest to camera in his opposition of Krasansky on the opposing side. Droppers there, recovery is great. Krasansky moving Lucas around. Bit of variety here in the tempo from Krasansky. Approach from Lucas is perfect, however. Now we have a hands battle, and that is a great shot. Nice pickle there from Lucas. And when you get to the higher levels, viewers, skinny singles is a lot about patience. You've got to wait till you have the right approach. See, a lot of times players will just sit at the baseline and wait until they get a shot they like, and bang, Brian goes smacking that in the corner. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are playing to 15 with a rally scoring format, 3 games total using the Franklin X40s. Service error there from Krasansky. Lucas will get it back, 2-point lead. Yeah, just having a lengthy chat with the Salty Dings crew. They've all set up for this weekend. Additionally, the Pickleball Mania guys. I think I saw Steve here earlier getting all ready. Drive into the net for Krasansky, and Lucas continuing to build. Bang. And there's a exceptional drive there from Lucas, and being hit so hard it's gone all the way to the back of our court. Krasansky's gone for a wander. I believe this will be our final broadcast of this time slot, viewers, before we get underway with our 4:30. It shouldn't be too far away, really. So get ready for our evening session. Remember, we're doing skinnies and singles today. We also will cover our gendered and mixed events, as well as our hybrid and our slam breaker tournament later this weekend. Long. Yeah, Brian just needs to steady the ship here. A couple of unforced errors on his side thus far. Lucas with the defense. Off shot there from Krasansky. Michael Lucas somehow keeping it in. Forehand battle between these two. Just on the outside, the wind coming into play there. Speaking about that wind, cool breeze coming in from a... You can't see it on camera. We've got a very dark cloud just behind us here on show court. Hopefully it stays over there. But as such, we're getting a very cool breeze from it. Oh, nice single-handed backhand drive from Krasinski. Gets a lot of topspin on his shots, and that is a great example of it. Brian make and do with the opportunities. Bang. Exceptional driving. 1 point game. Eight, 8. Here we go. Game getting spicy. Close one between these two players. And I believe, didn't we just hear a timeout? No. Nine, 8. Nine, 9. Beautiful. Krasinski has such a terrific drive on him. Makes do with it accordingly. And Lucas making it a 10-10 game. Awfully close one. Krasinski just saying it was sliding a little bit awkwardly for him then. Oh, what a pickup. And on approach. Caught outside. Sheesh, I said this was going to be a high-quality match. Great example. 11-11. These fellas going toe-to-toe thus far. Good pickle. Here we go. Game point for Lucas. 2-point lead, 14-12. Opportunity to put this first one away. It's good. It's gone behind the back, and Lucas has taken the first. Terrific play there from Michael. The fellas allowed a bit of time here for a breather. And viewers, we've got the Grand Slam series continuing along this year. We do have our Slam Breaker event later in the week. We'll be over at Perth next. Shout out to our Western Australians coming across. October 10th to 12th. And then popping over to Victoria in November 28th to 30th. Melbourne Grand Slam was an elite event last year. And hopefully we'll see you all there. We've just had the Gold Coast Grand Slam. It was exceptional. Over 400 players. 450, I think, if memory serves me right. Good time was had by all. But if you are still deciding on which tournaments you'd like to go to at the end of the year, chuck Perth and Melbourne on your list. It's going to be a great time. And the Get Stumped crew will be there, as well as myself, calling all the matches. Game 2. Let us continue here. Lucas opting to let the first one go. Gets the first point to his tally at a 1-0 scoreline thus far. Brian returns fire. A lovely guy, Grzansky. I've known him for many years now. Very solid pickleball player. Oof, just short. You can see there the Brian's rocking a QPC uniform from, I believe, 2022. Yep, 2022. So, goes to show his tenure in this sport. I've got uniforms from 2019, 2018, beautiful forehand roll, and players come up to me and call me old as a result. I do forget that it is 2025 at time of recording. I remember seeing a couple of our American friends who had uniforms from like the 80s. So clearly I'm just a baby in regards to experience with our sport compared to some of our international friends. Long. And that's definitely a piece of discipline you learn quickly within skinnies, is letting the ball go out. Got a Mr. Ray Ware here on the sidelines cheering his friends on. Pretty handy on the skinnies court himself. Or on the court in general, actually. Yeah, Lucas Alligator armed it. Just a little bit short. Four 7 here. Grzansky to bring it in. Just on the outside. 2-point difference. 8-5 here. Michael Lucas really has an opportunity to put the foot down. He has a 3-point lead. Yeah, that may have been going out there. Brian stuck his paddle out and hoped for the best. Lucas generating so much velocity, he didn't have much time to think. I have to say, viewers, on that backdrop, we can see all the grass on the back right of screen. That leads to like a giant, it's like a field. All looks reasonably freshly mown. Very aesthetic to the eye, actually, as I'm sitting here watching it as our gentlemen return play. It's like a just rolling plains. It's nice. Scorpion. Krasinski. Not opting to slow down. Gets the net roll. Seven 10. Floated long. Odd numbers serving diagonally. 11-7. This is better here from Krasinski. He almost seems to be playing a little bit more aggressive throughout this game too. And that's when a reset was probably required. Awkward low percentage shot there from Krasinski, and Lucas will get it back. Long. Ooh. Flying forehand there from Michael Lucas, unsuccessful. Drive long. So freeze not in effect unless Krasinski can win this point. We have a gold medal point here for Michael Lucas. Long. So now the freeze will be in effect. So Krasinski on 11-14. Lucas must win the game on his service. That is a terrific drive. Nice and flat. Top spin did the job. Okay, so no match yet as freeze is in effect. So 14-12. Krasinski must defend again. Gold medal on the line. Oof. Just short. Oh, what a drive. Lob is good. So is the drive. Approach here for Krasinski. Lucas fighting. What a defensive effort. Terrific rally. Game. Gold medal going the way of Michael Lucas. A terrific battle between these two for Brian Krasinski. He will secure the silver. Thank you to our official Adrian for calling this one, viewers. And as always, thank you for tuning in live here at the Toowoomba Carnival Bash. We will close down the broadcast for the time being. I believe we're going to have our 4:30 time slot starting soon for our evening session. Live here on the Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. We won't be too far away before we get underway with more footage here at the Toowoomba Carnival Bash.